many of us, the weekend wouldn't be the weekend without a beautiful roast dinner. And this is the one. The shoulder of pork is an epic weekend feast.
Cooked overnight, this is a magnificent show-stopping feast of soft melting meat and, most importantly, lots and lots of lovely crackling.
The shoulder of pork here, right, this is my favourite cut of pork because I'll feed easily 20 people out of this. It's got the most marvellous marbling of fat that when it cooks, it melts, gives you flavour and tenderness, and it really is truly amazing.
I've taken off the skin, or your butcher will do this for you, for one very important reason.
When I slow cook meat, it's very hard to get the perfect crackling, okay? It's almost impossible, okay? So I'm gonna cook this crackling separately. This, however, is gonna go low and slow.
We're going to add some amazing flavour, so the first thing we're going to do is bash up a punchy rub in a pestle and mortar.
First, a heaped teaspoon of sea salt, 2 tablespoons of fennel seeds, a little bit of dried chilli. I just want that hidden hum. And then 3 or 4 little cloves. So then pound it up, give it a good old bash, muddle it, and look, you end up with this kind of beautiful handful of green heaven.
Rub the seasoning all over the meat on both sides. Then it's time for the gravy, created in the bottom of the pan whilst the meat is roasting.
So we're going to use 4 onions, 3 sticks of celery, 2 lovely apples, apple and pork, best friends.
Cut the fruit and veg into chunky wedges. You'll want to keep some of their texture during the long, slow cooking process.
In they go.
To guarantee full flavour, we're using beautiful aromatics, earthy sage, the warm woody flavour of bay leaves, and of course, garlic.
And then, cider. Beautiful. Pork and apples. Really, really good.
Place the pork on top and seal tightly with foil. Next, a great tip to guarantee crispy crackling. Simply cut the skin into thin strips.
And that way, perfect piece of crackling every time.
Season all the skin with salt and pack it tightly into an oven tray.
What you can do to make it super flat and super crunchy is just put another tray on top. And the weight of that tray will just make sure it's really crunchy.
It'll need 20 minutes at 240 degrees Celsius before taking off the top tray and cooking until golden and crispy.
Now, I'm not going to cook this until tomorrow. This will go in the fridge, but this, my friends, now I'm going to put this baby in the oven for about 10 to 12 hours at 130 degrees Celsius, okay? So it's quite low. And basically, that's it. Gravy done, meat done. This goes in now.
It's the long overnight cooking at a low, low temperature that guarantees soft, melting meat. 12 hours later, and we're ready to assemble this feast.
Okay, so the pork's been cooking all overnight, nice and low. I've also done my cracklings, a little bit of salt. Look at those, they're beautiful. And you can see how lovely and crunchy they've got. They'll be brilliant, hide them. Go and hide them. I've just taken the tin foil off of the pork just for a couple of minutes, 3 or 4 minutes, just to get that top of the fat getting crisp, okay? So let's get in there and show you what we've invested all of our love and time in. Oh, look at that. That, my friends, is a feast.
After the long, slow cook, the meat is falling apart and beautifully perfumed with that fennel seed rub.
Let me get a chunk and just show you. That's what we're talking about, guys. Just chunks of tender, gorgeous, gorgeous meat.
And to top it all off, we've got those incredible strips of crispy crackling.
Get 2 forks, and there's no right or wrong way to do it, ladies and gents, apart from just get stuck in. Oh, come on. Proper, tender, gorgeous meat. Guaranteed flavour every time.
Serve up big, juicy chunks of meat with whatever veg you fancy. I'm going with a potato and fennel gratin. Top it with a shredded apple and mint salsa, and then pour on that flavour-packed gravy.
Have a little ferret about, because you will find a lovely little chunk of apple and a nice little chunk of onion, and I love that.
And finish off with everyone's favourite bit.
Beautiful. What I love about this recipe, if you cook it like I said, it always works, no question. Meat tender, guaranteed. Juice, guaranteed. Cracklings, brilliant.